For any young cyclist dreaming of one day turning professional, competing in the Junior National Series is the starting line on their journey to success. And as they aim to follow in the tyre tracks of their cycling heroes, they must face gruelling courses, extreme physical and mental demands, and the danger of racing on open roads. But for many young cyclists, the biggest challenge isn't on the roads. It is the financial barriers of taking part at all. The cost of bikes, equipment, coaching, travel and fees to join a team run into thousands of pounds a year. This prices many young riders out of the sport they love and widens the gap between those who can afford to compete and those who cannot. One team is aiming to close this gap by providing free equipment, coaching and financial support to their riders. Team PAU is giving opportunities to young cyclists with raw talent, potential and drive to reach the top and breaking down the financial barriers they could otherwise face. But this approach is not without its challenges. After a promising debut season, can Team PAU compete against the biggest and strongest teams in junior racing? Can they survive the brutal demands of the National Series? And can they unearth the next hidden gem of cycling? Find out in Closing the Gap.
At Sky, we always had the saying that, a champion team will always beat a team of champions. And it really is about, it is a team sport at the end of the day. You have to do all your work individually on the road and push your body through the air. But when it comes down to it, if you can work as a unit, you'll always get the end result.
So 2024 was our first year on the road as a team, and I guess as you'd expect, it had its ups and its downs, some good results along the way. Today marks the starting point of the 2025 season for us. I guess if the year is a race, then this is where we drop the flag.
So CiCLE is a road race on road race bikes. However, the race takes you across farmers' fields, basically the UK's equivalent to Paris-Roubaix.
I heard it's absolute chaos getting to the sectors. I think it's the most full-on race I've ever seen.
Episode 1. Dropping the flag.
My name is Paul Ball. I am the owner and proprietor of Team PAU. The whole selection process behind choosing our young people was not necessarily the people that were going to win the races, although it'd be nice to see our young people winning the races. It was the young people that we felt we could develop further. So if a young person was just coming out of category 3, category 4, and we saw that they had some flair and could develop really well, we'd pick that child into our team over somebody that was going to come in and start winning races from day one. That's the ethos behind it. It's not about having 7 in a team that are going to win every race. It's about having 7 in the team that over a period of time will hopefully win races, but we will develop them to that point, which fits with the ethos of where adventurous activities and social development bits all comes from. If by the end of 2025 we get some podiums, that'll be an absolute bonus. Top 10s and top 20s would be fantastic. And if we get those, then we'll be buzzing. Yeah. If we get some young people in the top 10 that we're down in the 50s and 60s when they came to us, that shows the project's working, shows the young people are listening and engaging in it, and actually it shows that the ethos behind our project works. That's the point of the project, isn't it? Yeah.
So for the riders, this is the first time they've all been together as a team in the same room, and today they have received their new kit. They've all been fitted on their new bikes, and this will be, like I say, the sort of the marker of the start of the year. I think there's inevitable excitement, but I think it's only kind of built through today. So they've not just been given new bikes and sent away with them, they've been given new bikes and fitted on them by Adrian Timmis, and you can see the riders just by going through the process today getting more excited as this thing becomes real for them. Our aim for the year is really to move each one of those bike riders forward to reach the potential that they've got. So we believe there is some latent potential in each of them for different reasons, whether it be physiological or otherwise. And for us, it's about creating the structure and the environment in which they can be their best. So it's not necessarily about this rider needs to finish third in this bike race. It's about them moving beyond what they've ever done in the past.
This is essentially a professional setup. You know, we've seen today with the mechanics working through the hours, building bikes. Director Sportive, they've got professional coaching. You know, it's a great opportunity for these guys to embrace it and work together. You know, these are the important years really, in many ways. You know, they've got to this point for a reason. They've been handpicked because they're the best at what they do.
There's going to be a lot of laughs in racing this year. It's going to be a lot of good fun. Like,
it's my first bike that's like special to me, so Noah's bike.
Team PAU might be the only one that offers like everything you need really.
I do want to become the best rider I can, even if that's not pro or up there.
Yeah, I've done one proper year of racing, which was the first proper road race of the CiCLE, which is, yeah, a hell of a race.
It's a CiCLE Classic. You can't get a madder race than that at junior level.
As it's the first race of the season, it's definitely it's throwing yourself into the deep end.
The thing that makes it unique is the sort of unmade gravel roads that feature as a number of sections along the route. So they are not necessarily where the race is won, but it's certainly a place where the race can be lost.
The expectations today are first of all to get people around, because it is probably the UK's toughest bike race for anybody, let alone junior racers. So yes, we want to get everybody around, but in reality, unlikely to happen. Toughest challenges for the riders are literally keeping their bike upright and keeping the rubber facing down.
So we've seen our leading group in our first group chases through. Logan, Harry and Cyclists.
Trophy and the gigantic pork pie from Yeldy Pork Pie Shop. Your race winner today. Please put your hands together for the Harrogate Nova race team. It's Harry Hudson!
So we had Harrison got round, and Harrison would have got comfortably a top 20 had he not had a crash, but even with a crash he came in the top 25, which is a fabulous result as for him as a first year junior. We got Hugh round, and we got VN round as well, so great result for both of those. Today was a success because we got a rider in the top 25 to finish the race. To finish CiCLE is a result in itself. The commissaire best described it at the very start. He said the best result is if you can beat the course and don't let the course beat you. And that's what CiCLE Classic's all about. I think that was a good analogy to use. Next race for the team, we've got a 2-day stage race. One of the biggest challenges is getting the bikes repaired and ready in time to be doing that race and getting the riders back into fitness, because a couple of them have got a few cuts and bruises. But we'll be fine, and I think we can take many positives from this race and use them for the next race.
So this weekend's race is it's a 2-day stage race at Witham Hall.
113k, 1,200 metres of elevation, so it's definitely going to be a hard day, but that's what racing's for.
There's been a crash.
I'm going to go and ask Donna. Did you see Harrison?
No, but I filmed it, so I'll have a look, but it just makes me so nervous.